Hello everyone, this is Kiedra and today I'm gonna be showing you how to build this, a compact and efficient wheat farm. But first of all, let's get in and use it. To use the farm, we go in here and press this button. Open our inventory and wait a few seconds. Now, as you guys can see, we did get a lot of wheat here. This is one of the big advantages of this design. The collection goes pretty fast. It's like within 10 seconds. We still have to replant the whole thing like this though. Another advantage of this design is that it's pretty compact. As you can see, the area is not too wide. So it fits within one chunk, and what this helps is if the chunk that the farm is in is loaded, the wheat grows evenly throughout all layers. If you have like a widespread wheat farm that delivers the same amount of wheat you can get in here, you might get into some trouble that some chunks or some parts of the farm are in unloaded chunks and thus the wheat won't grow in it. The layers you can see here, there are 9 by 9 except the little one, so we got 81 minus 1, which will grant us 80 wheat or 80 blocks that wheat can grow on. The whole thing, as you can see it here, can be easily built underground. So you would be like, this would be the top part of your world, whatever. And you can hide the whole thing quite easily underground. Each of the layers takes up space of 3 blocks height. 1, 2, 3, that will be one layer, and then the next layer starts. Over here I have prepared the same design with smaller or minor changes, like we have 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks per layer. This makes it easier to do the vertical wiring, so that's up to you, whatever way you want to do it. Another small change in here is we use pistons instead of dispensers. Those pistons actually use up less resources than the dispensers do, because for those dispensers we need to have a water bucket that comes into account with 3 iron ingots. So this takes up more resources than using pistons. What I will show you to build is this design though. So we have 3 blocks height per layer, and we're gonna use dispensers. Each layer of this farm is built exactly the same way, so it's quite a repetitive pattern, besides the vertical wiring, which I will get into later. In this chest over here, you can pause the video, you can see the items that you need to build a single layer. Now, to start off, you mark the spot that you want to have the very middle of the farm at. Now from here, you gotta make a decision where you want to have your ladder going up. I'm using this direction, so we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks out, go 4 blocks up, and place a few ladders on there. Now, from the ladder in line of the marked spot, we go 2 out, place a block like this, and put a button on there. Now to the sides we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Place a block, place another one on top, and a torch above. Repeat this on the other side. And start connecting those with redstone. Now in here you can cover this any way you like, it doesn't really matter. You just gotta keep in mind we need a sign right here without an S though, because this is the very middle of the farm and we need a gap in here. Now right here is going to be the place where we're going to put our water to cultivate the land, and this will be enough to reach the entire third layer. Now to start building the first layer, count 3 blocks up and just place a block onto that ladder, so it will be placed like this. Then you can go up and start building a 9x9 area here. Once this is done, we can go ahead and take a bucket of water and place it in here. Now, from here on, we need a line of blocks around that grass layer we're on right now. So we're gonna find the torch, place a block like this, and start building a layer around. Now from here on, we're just gonna find a torch again, place another torch on top, connect redstone on top of these blocks, and put dispensers in the very corners. And that's pretty much it for the first layer. All we need now is some lighting. Now, in my design over there, I did use glowstone. I know this can be quite expensive. You could go ahead and use torches, just like this. This will provide the same amount of lighting in here that you need for the wheat to be able to grow, and yeah, you also prevent mob spawning in here. Yeah, that's it for the first layer. You just gotta repeat this as high as you want. Just remember, at the end you have to hoe the entire area and of course plant seeds. But as said, it's a pretty repetitive thing, so just put your ladders there and keep going. I will make a few more layers and show you how you have to do the vertical wiring. Right here you can see the vertical wiring that we would do if we had 4 blocks in height for each layer. So we only want to use the torches that are off, and for this vertical wiring we have to do this repetitive pattern with a torch that is turned on in the middle. Now to fix this for the layer of, if we have only a height of 3 per layer, this is how we left off on the first layer right here. So we go up, find this spot, put a torch, put a block above this torch, go out, place a torch on the side of this block that we placed, place another block on top, place a torch right here. Then we place a block in here and connect it like this. Like over here, which I didn't do yet, would be our dispensers. Then we go up again. Yet again, find the spot with the torch, block above, torch above. Then another block above, and this time the torch to the side. And now we have the same pattern pretty much, or the same setup that we have on the very first floor. So this repeats every 3 layers. This is the same as if the torch would be right here, but we have to have it on this block since this is well triggered by the torches that are coming from the downside. Now, as you could see, the building part is pretty repetitive once you got going with building one layer. And you don't have to build as many, it depends on you how many you want. Right here we have 10 layers, that will grant us 10 times 80, it's 800 wheat per farming the whole thing. There's one more thing that I want to show you though. Right now I have disconnected all those repeaters, and I will show you in a second what they did. If I press this button, all those dispensers will get a signal, so they shoot out the water like this, but they won't suck it back in. What we can do to fix this is either press it again or use 22 repeaters like this. The one that's missing right now is the one that I removed over here. All set to 4, to a delay of 4. This will be enough for entities that I put in the very back of the corners to still get dropped down before the water will be sucked back in and pretty much shut down the farm. Now I can press this to show you. It takes about, I think it's 9 seconds something, and it'll shut off automatically. I'm not going to show you how to build this. The only thing that you gotta remember when building this, you pretty much have an input right here that goes up this side and all the way around to the other side. And then out of the input button, you take a second signal that you delay with those 22 repeaters and put it in the same input part, so it will be brought to both sides, which will just give a second signal onto those dispensers, which will cause them to suck the water back in. And that's it. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this farm design. I like it. I have built one of those in my SMP world. It's pretty efficient. You can build it very high and get a lot of wheat at one time. I know the replanting part is still kinda nasty, but unfortunately there's no automation for that yet. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, feel free to subscribe or leave a like. I would really appreciate that. And yeah guys, I'll see you soon.